Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to another multi-tool review. The brand here is Swiss Eagle. They call this model the Camper. You're at the We All Juggle Knives channel, by the way. Welcome one and all. It's got some aluminum handle scales. The weight is 149.4 grams or 5.27 ounces. The longer tools are a plain-edged knife blade, scissors, and a wood saw. And it has a bottle opener, a can opener, a corkscrew, a carabiner, and several screwdrivers. Doing stuff with the multi-tool. Here is the knife blade on some paracord. It came pretty sharp, and this was an easy task for the knife blade. Alright, coming up, some carving and whittling. Sped this footage up a bit. But yeah, it does pretty well on this task as well. I hope you're all doing well these days during these tough times. Of course, I am working hard to check out some multi-tools. Right now, I do not expect this to be the equal of my beloved VICTORINOX knives. Okay, but it's a lower price. Alright, as you can see, it did well on the carving and whittling task. We got a pointy little crayon of wood. Here it is slicing up some peppers. So if you're like me, you go on Amazon and you look around for new multi-tools. You just browse the multi-tools. And if you do that, you're almost definitely going to see some Swiss Eagle products. Right, I just kept seeing them pop up. They have all different models. And so I said, all right, oh, there's the peppers. Delicious. I figured I'm going to investigate this brand. All right, here it is on paper. It did well. The knife blade was a high point of this multi-tool. They actually did it really well. It's very thin. They took that edge back pretty far. It's just a thin, basically a great slicing profile for this, so I gotta hand it to them on that. Alright, trying out the saw. I did several test cuts with this saw. Alright, here is some of that footage. The saw works surprisingly well. I would say I'd give it maybe a B+. So there's the results of using the saw. But wait, what about the back of the saw? Here it is being used as a striker on my fire steel. It's always good if the back of the saw can be used for striking and scraping. It was very sharp. Did you see that? It threw a lot of sparks quickly, and it was also a hot day. So there you go, the fires that burn. All right, next up, we got the scissors. First, we'll start off easy, all right? Some paper. Does okay on the paper. And next, I folded the paper, so now it's 4 layers of paper. And, you know, it's not half bad on that. Next up, some twine. Now, I did try the scissors on paracord. Now, the one I tested, it could not cut the paracord. The pivot is way too loose, and these are not ground the way VICTORINOX scissors are ground, with basically an edge. All right, here it is on a Ranger band, so it can cut rubber. All right, so paper, twine, but yeah, these are not so good on thicker stuff like paracord. All right, the most important part of any review, the alcohol. Swipe that hard cider from a housemate. There you go. Worked well. Okay, this has a flathead screwdriver at the end of the bottle opener. Now this is my Umarex MP5, so you can adjust the red dot sight. All right, check out my review of that air gun, by the way. It's pretty awesome. So, all right, so screwdrivers. So notice how they have cut the can opener. It's cut on both sides. All right, so semi-ambidextrous. You got some crab meat there. I'm just going to pierce it, puncture it, to show you that it's sharp enough. Now it is a pushing type can opener, so you would just push if you wanted all the way around to get that that crab meat. And another screwdriver. This is a squashed or flattened Phillips. It just happens to fit one of the screws on my Kershaw Camp 12 machete. And I sped this footage up because I think y'all know what a screwdriver is, but it's always useful to have a few screwdrivers on a multi-tool. Next up, the Carabiner. It is a swing gate style Carabiner. So this did not come with a pouch. It does not have a pocket clip, but you can clip it onto any loop that you have available to have it at the ready. So that's a convenient carry option. Next up, the Corkscrew. Now I'm not a wine drinker, so I just found the cheapest wine I could find to demonstrate this. And you screw it in, and it tried to resist. Pop. There you go. So it works. It has a wire bending notch at the base of the bottle opener. So if you have to bend a piece of wire into some sort of useful shape, I guess, there you go. Final thoughts and conclusions. Well, the knife blade was the high point of this item. It was very sharp. They did it well. They did a good job on the edge, and I'm not sure what steel they used, but it's definitely cutlery grade steel. So good job on that. The saw worked well, but the scissors were nowhere near the equal of VICTORINOX scissors. The two openers worked well. The corkscrew is fine. And a couple of screwdrivers are always useful. Now, the three longer tools on this, the saw, scissors, and plain edge blade, that definitely reminds me of the tool set on my Fieldmaster. So is there any reason to ever buy this instead of the Fieldmaster? The only reason would be price, right? Because quality-wise, I much prefer my Fieldmaster. But this was only $25. So it's a budget play, and also it's a little bit larger, so maybe if you're a guy with really large hands, it would fit you a little better. But basically, it's a budget play. You know, maybe as a backup, but in general, I would just save up for the Victorinox knives. That's my honest opinion, but I did want to check this out because, like I said, I've seen their products cropping up all over the place, and I don't like to not know about an item. I like to check it out and be sure. It's part of my job checking it out for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out all the useful links below the video. Lots of gear, lots of multi-tools. Also, be advised, super thanks are now enabled for this channel. That is the heart-shaped icon, and it allows you to support this channel directly. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been We All Juggle Knives and Multi-Tools. I'm out.